Hey there, my name's Chris Winter, and in this video I'm going to share with you my favourite beginner DSLR cameras for 2019. I've got a couple of new cameras here, a couple of older ones, and hopefully I'll be able to help you figure out which ones might be right for you. And if you haven't heard yet, I'm currently doing a massive camera giveaway to one lucky subscriber. You can win either a Canon M50, T7 or Nikon D3500, and a lens of your choice from my epic lens list, which you can see in the description box below under this video. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment on this video and tell me which camera and lens from the list you want to win. But anyway, let's now take a look at some of these beginner DSLR cameras. So I've been lucky enough to review and shoot with a number of DSLR cameras over the last 5 or 6 years. And over that time, I've seen a number of different beginner cameras come and go. And I've also seen which kind of features work for most beginners. Now, in front of me, I've got some cameras here from Canon and Nikon. Now, I'm also going to make a video on cameras from Panasonic and Sony, so if you'd like to see that, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video. But I've got a couple of cameras here which should work well for pretty much all beginners. Now, I'll go from cheapest all the way through to more expensive, so you can kind of get an idea of which cameras might work well for your price range. So starting off with the cheapest of these cameras, I'd probably look at something like the Canon 2000D or the Canon 4000D. Now let's take a look at the Canon 4000D first. This one here was released about 2 months ago, and it's a fantastic beginner's camera if you're looking for just a photography camera. If you're gonna be doing video, I probably wouldn't recommend this camera at all. Why is this camera so cheap? Well, firstly, it does come in at around about $450, depending on where you are. So it is one of Canon's cheapest DSLRs ever. But it's pretty much a cheaper DSLR because they've got rid of a lot of the kind of special features. So if we take a look at the back of the DSLR here, we don't have a flip screen, just got a built-in screen. It works pretty well, but again, a lot of these cameras here now have flip screens, and they also have touch screens as well, which again, this doesn't have. But if you're looking for a camera that's going to be relatively lightweight and allows you to change the lenses, this can definitely be a good little camera for you. In terms of specs, you're going to be getting around about 18 megapixels on this camera here, compared to a lot of these ones here, which might be doing around about 24 megapixels. But honestly, to me, the Canon 4000D is probably going to be a very popular camera for a lot of beginners simply because of its price. Like I said before, you could also look at the Canon 2000D, and in America, this is going to be called the Canon T7. Now, the Canon T6, which came before this, was an incredibly popular camera, probably one of the most popular cameras ever sold in terms of DSLRs, and my review on that one, that had over 1 million views last time, so the Canon T7 is definitely going to be a popular camera. Now, in terms of this one here, we've got a slightly larger screen on the back. We've got a few other features. We've got a few more buttons on the back here as well. And in terms of video recording, this one here is going to be a little bit better compared to this one. We've even got a dedicated video dial, which allows you to really start your video as soon as possible. By the way, guys, I was thinking about making a video on the best cameras for travel in 2019. If you'd like to see that, let me know by leaving a thumbs up in this video. Now, in terms of actual specs, you're not going to get a massive bump in specs with the Canon T7 compared to the Canon 4000D. This one does shoot in 24 megapixels, if I'm correct, and it does have a little bit better autofocus as well in video. But overall, there's not going to be a massive difference between the 2000D and the 4000D. What you're really going to see is if you're going to be stepping up to a camera such as this one right here. This is the Canon SL2 or 200D. Now, I've currently got a vlogging microphone on the top because I use this as my vlogging camera. I'll just take this off. But the Canon 200D is a fantastic camera for a few different reasons. Firstly, it's got a really big upgrade in terms of video specs. So the Canon 200D or SL2, we'll just call it the SL2 for today, has a thing called dual pixel autofocus. And dual pixel autofocus allows you to get silky smooth autofocus even in video mode. So you're going to be getting some really quick and fast autofocus that works just pretty much perfectly. You're also going to be getting a flip screen on the Canon 200D, which allows you to really rotate the screen so you can actually see it in pretty much any angle. So let's say we've got the Canon 200D and I want to be taking a photo from down low. I can flip the screen and be able to see it perfectly without having to kind of go down like this. Or if we're at a concert or something like that, you can have the screen pointing down while the camera's up here and you can see it perfectly. And even if you're doing what I'm doing right now, you can actually film yourself so you can flip the camera around, the screen around, and you'll be able to see it there. If you're traveling, here's a little tip. You want to actually flip the screen in on itself so the LCD screen is being protected. That's another really nice thing about this camera. On the Nikon side, I'd look at something like the Nikon D3400 or the Nikon D3500. So I've got the D3400 here. It's very similar to the D3500. And this is a fantastic camera if you want to be a beginner on the Nikon side. So why would you choose Nikon or Canon? Well, honestly, there's not a massive difference. It really comes down to personal preference. Some may say that Nikon has better image quality, but some may say that Canon has better video quality. Again, it's very, very comparable these days. The biggest thing is what you feel more comfortable in. And generally, you're actually going to stay with the same camera brand for a long time. This is what a lot of people find. They'll go to their local camera store and they'll find, oh, I've got a Nikon D3400. You end up staying for 10 to 20 years. So I really like Nikon, I really like Canon as well, and I also like shooting on Panasonic and Sony. So I'm a bit fortunate with that. But anyway, the D3400's got a really nice burst rate. It can shoot up to 5 frames per second. So if you're going to be shooting something like sports or wildlife, the D3400 or the D3500 can be great for that, because it's really going to allow you to capture that moment without having to, quickly fire the shot straight away. I often find that Nikon beginner DSLRs are a little bit sharper, but that's kind of changed a little bit in the last few years. They are really coming a lot more similar. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit smaller, but also a really nice camera, now this one here is actually not specifically a DSLR, it's a mirrorless camera, but it's very similar. This is the Canon M50. This is very similar to the Canon SL2, but as you can see, it's a lot smaller. So the Canon M50 is doesn't have a mirror in it, essentially. So if we take off this lens right here, you can see that the sensor is right there. So we'll just put that back on. Whereas these cameras here have a mirror. Again, what are the good features of the Canon M50? Well, we've got dual pixel autofocus like we have in the Canon SL2. So you're going to be getting that fantastically smooth autofocus in video mode, and you're also going to be having fantastic autofocus in stills mode as well. We've got this flip out screen as well. Works really well. On the side here, we have a microphone jack. So this is really important if you want to be making videos for, say, YouTube. So if you want to be doing vlogging, you want to be making YouTube videos like me, reviews, essentially you can plug in a little shotgun mic like this, or a lavalier mic like I've got right here on the side, and then you can get much better audio. Whereas with cameras such as the Nikon D3400, the Canon 4000D, they are unfortunately lacking a mic jack. So if you are going to be looking for a camera and you want to be doing video, I would probably recommend the Canon 200D or SL2 or the Canon M50. These two cameras are probably going to be your best bet for that. Now, I will make a separate video for this, but if you do want to look at other cameras, I'd probably look at the Panasonic G7. Again, it's not a DSLR, it is a mirrorless camera, but it's a fantastic camera because it's shoots in 4K, so if you are going to be shooting video, the G7 is fantastic for that. Also, I'd probably look at the Panasonic G80 or G85. They're kind of a step up from the Panasonic G7. They've got in-body image stabilization. It works fantastically. Sony have a couple of great cameras as well, the Sony a6000, a6300, a6500, all of those cameras are fantastic for beginners, and they do have a couple of expert features that will kind of stick with you when you want to increase the level of your photography and cinematography. So there you go, guys, there are a couple of beginner DSLRs. I hope you have a fantastic day. I've got a puppy running crazy in the background. Sorry if it was a little bit distracting, but not much I can do. I'll kind of have to look after her. I'm going to make a coffee right now. If you do have any questions about beginner DSLRs or anything like that, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'm always happy to kind of answer any kind of questions and kind of help you in any way possible. That's kind of my job here on this channel. That's it for me. I hope you have a fantastic day and happy shooting. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day and you've been able to take some awesome photos lately. Now, I just want to make a very quick video because I've got a huge announcement. To celebrate reaching 35 million views here on YouTube, I'm going to be doing a huge camera giveaway. To one lucky subscriber, I'm going to be giving away either a Canon M50, the brand new Canon 2000D or T7, or the brand new Nikon D3500. As a massive bonus, I'm also going to be giving away a lens of your choice from my epic lens list. You can see which lenses you'll get to choose from in the link in the description box below. Now, I'll be adding new lenses every day, every few days, so make sure to check back regularly to see which lenses are in the list. So entering is super simple. All you need to do is subscribe to this channel, obviously, and make sure to leave a comment under my videos on which camera and lens from the list that you want to win. Now guys, make sure to leave lots of likes and comments on my upcoming videos as well, because I'm going to be also having a bonus giveaway to the most active subscriber. Now, I haven't done a giveaway this year, but this is my 5th camera I've given away recently, after Shazin from England won a Canon 77D, Gary from Australia won a Canon 80D, Emma from California won a Canon T6, and recently I even sent a Canon SL2 all the way to Mexico. Honestly guys, these giveaways are just a little way for me to thank you for continually supporting my channel. I really, really do appreciate it. All the likes, all the comments, they do mean the world to me. So make sure to leave lots of likes and comments on my upcoming videos. I hope you all have a fantastic day. There's going to be heaps of content coming out on my channel, and I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye.